let's get bundled up for our little talk here. It's chilly in my house today. Oh my God. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute, and I think the title of this video is going to kind of explain why. So if you want to learn more about infertility, IVF, and just our whole story, make sure you keep on watching. So this is the third time I've filmed this. I want to be, obviously, like, I do my best to be authentic and real with you guys, but I also want to make this like short, sweet, and to the point, and don't want to just ramble the whole time. So I made notes, kind of like a timeline, just to make sure I go in order, don't confuse anybody, everything like that. Well, come on then, get up here, say hello. Yes, you're so handsome. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, here it is. I opened up about infertility in May. So we actually were diagnosed as like infertile in December or January. But I didn't open up right away, even though I'm a very open person, because the last thing I wanted was to say, hey guys, I'm infertile, and then, you know, a month later find out I'm pregnant. I feel like that's a huge slap in the face to a lot of people who are dealing with infertility. Fantasy League. Paulo. So yes, we were diagnosed with infertility in January, even though I didn't talk about it till May. One of the main questions I get, I did a little FAQ on my Instagram, or not FAQ, a little Q&A on my Instagram, so that way I could answer any questions you all had. And one of the reoccurring questions I got was, is it you or is it your husband? We thought it was a sperm count issue at first, but it is not. Everything is normal. All of my blood work, all of my workups are completely normal. No blocked tubes, no low hormone levels or anything like that. So we get the brilliant diagnosis of unexplained infertility. This means that there is nothing barring why we shouldn't be getting pregnant, but we aren't. We decided to try intrauterine insemination at first, which is also called IUI. So basically the sperm is like separated into the strongest sperm, and then that is then placed at the top of the uterus via catheter. So that way the sperm doesn't have as far it needs to travel. Our first one was in May. That one did take, but it resulted in a chemical pregnancy or a chemical miscarriage. Which is where it is a super early loss, typically due to chromosomal abnormalities. Then in June, second IUI failed. That one was rough. I was put on progesterone medication. It's a hormone, but you start it after IUI in hopes to encourage the embryo to implant and then get you pregnant. But the problem with it was it gave me every pregnancy symptom in the book. It's called symptom spotting, when I'm like, ooh, is that a twinge? You know, I feel in my stomach. Does that mean I'm pregnant now? Oh, I'm nauseous. Oh, I am lightheaded. That probably means I'm pregnant. And then I wasn't. So that one hit really hard. July, I ovulated too early, so we missed the window. August did not work. It's one medicated cycle and 3 IUIs that failed. We had decided after 4 IUIs, we were going to move on to IVF. But after the third failed IUI, we just couldn't, me and Michael, we could not just think about putting us through that again. The financial aspect, didn't want to spend money on another procedure that most likely wouldn't work. Didn't want to waste any more time not being pregnant or being a mom or being parents. So we decided, and my doctor agreed, that we should move straight on to IVF. And that is where we are today. Infertility has been the suckiest thing I've ever experienced. It's something I've been terrified of since I was a kid. There was a super sweet couple in our neighborhood, didn't have kids, asked my mom why. She said, some people can't have kids. And I was like, that's a thing, and was terrified. And all growing up, I think I was like 6 or 7 at that time. All growing up, I'm like, oh my goodness, hope I'm able to have kids. And here we are. So it was just kind of like realizing my worst nightmare. And every month it feels like you lose something you never had. Like you're literally grieving and mourning a loss of something that wasn't there, which then makes you feel silly. And then you feel bad for feeling silly. You feel bad for feeling bad about it. And it's just a never-ending cycle. And I wanted to move on to what would hopefully be the next best solution, which is IVF. If you don't know what IVF is, it is in vitro fertilization. So what they're going to do, I'm currently on birth control. This is probably the thing that confuses people most when they find out about the birth control. So with IVF, the basic overview before I go into a little more detail, sorry, I'm freezing, is that they're going to surgically remove my egg. They are going to fertilize it with Michael's sperm. Then they are going to take the embryo in it and put it back into my uterus, and hopefully it sticks. You get put on birth control sometimes, especially if it's gonna be a while before your first appointment. I've been waiting since the end of August, and we are finally about to start the process. So I'm on birth control, so that way they have complete control over the entire ovulation cycle. They are stopping what my ovaries and uterus usually does. That way they can start it back the way they want it to. My last pill, today is the 25th. Hopefully this will be up the 26th. My last pill is Sunday, the 27th. My stimulation medication arrives the 30th, and my first baseline appointment is October 1st. So the stimulation medication, I'm going to be going into depth in my IVF diary entry 2, because that is going to be everything filmed from the day I get my stimulation medication or stims, all the way up to the egg retrieval date, which is the egg retrieval surgery. I've gotten so many questions about like what I'm eating, what am I doing now to try to prepare my body as best as I can to get as many eggs as I can. You only release 1 egg a month, but the stimulation medication I will be taking will cause multiple eggs to mature, so that way they can retrieve anywhere from worst case 1 egg, best case 30 plus eggs from my egg retrieval surgery. So here are the supplements I'm currently taking. It's the Advanced IVF Plan from the book It Starts With an Egg. If you are going through this process, I highly recommend it. I'm taking a Mama Bird Best Nest Wellness prenatal supplement. This one. The reason I chose this one over other traditional supplements is because it has 800 milligrams of methylfolate. The reason that's important is I have a genetic, genetic mutation of the MTHFR gene, which changes how I process folic acid. So it is preferable that my prenatal vitamin already has folic acid broken down into methylfolate. Super ubiquinol CoQ10. So CoQ10 is super helpful with energy production when it comes to helping your eggs mature. N-acetylcysteine, this is especially helpful when you have the MTHFR gene mutation. It detoxifies homocysteine, which goes on with the MTHFR gene mutation. The mutation causes you not to be able to break down certain supplements, which is why the folic acid needs to be broken down in methylfolate. So this assists in that, but it also can benefit egg quality and in turn embryo quality. Super R lipoic acid. This helps with autoimmune deficiencies like I have lupus. It's a very well-established antioxidant. It's found naturally in your mitochondria, which can assist in the energy production, which will in turn improve your egg maturity and embryo viability. It also can reduce inflammation, which is something I struggle with anyway because of lupus. That is the breakdown of these supplements. Other than the supplements, just trying my best to maintain a healthy lifestyle, exercising, eating nutritious food, eating foods with selenium like Brazil nuts, healthy fats, cooking with, extra virgin olive oil, pecans, cashews, just getting those good healthy fats that can help with egg health and egg production. I haven't had alcohol in about 6 weeks. I was never a big drinker before, but like wine or a margarita at dinner, haven't been doing that. I'm very much working on lowering my caffeine intake. I was a 2 to 3 travel sized coffee mug a day kind of girl. I'm down to maybe 1 cup a day, sometimes nothing. So yeah, this journey has been something else, and it's so wild that it feels like it's finally about to happen. Like, we're close to our appointments. I have 4 appointments before the egg retrieval to monitor how my eggs are maturing and how we're gonna see how, you know, all of that looks. I feel fatigued all the time. I feel emotionally drained. If you're someone who has dealt with infertility, you will understand. Just, it never leaves your mind, never. When the random high school acquaintance that you haven't spoken to in 8 years posts that they're pregnant, it hurts. It shouldn't. And then you feel guilty for having it hurt, and you feel angry and jealous, and then it's just a lot. People, you know, who get pregnant by accident, and you're just so jealous and angry, and then you feel guilty for being angry at someone for announcing the, you know, gonna be happiest thing they've ever experienced, just because you're jealous that you don't get to experience that in the ease and same way that everyone else does. And that's normal, and that's okay. But to try to end this video on a high note, we are so excited. Michael and I are so stoked to be parents. It's something we both wanted our entire marriage, our entire relationship. We always say, you know, we want to give our kid the world. We can't wait to teach them to be a good person, to love other people, to stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves, and just know their worth and how much they were loved before they were even conceived, how much they were wanted, the amount of people that have been there for us and for this baby, like I said, before they're even, you know, cells in my uterus, before they're even, you know, mature eggs, that they were so wanted and loved before they could even imagine. If you are experiencing infertility, no matter what stage you are at, you are absolutely welcome to reach out to me on Instagram. I will put the link here and in my bio. It sucks, and it gets way better when you have someone to talk to, and I have no problem to be that person for you. I will also link some of my favorite Facebook support groups. I hope you found this video educational, informational, hopefully even help you feel a little more normal and less alone. I am so excited to start vlogging starting in just a few days about our process with stimulation medications and the egg retrieval and everything in between, all the good, bad, and the ugly that I'm sure is going to come from it. So if you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up below, leave a comment about what you're excited to learn about or something you learned from this video, and make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss entry number 2 in our IVF Diaries. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.